Chat room. What does it do? What does it do? Let me get the music playing, man. Always gotta get the music starting in the beginning. Let me see if I can get. There we go. Let everybody in Discord know we live. All right. Terra Lover, how you doing? Overlord, what's up? Momon? Unknown? Seb? Glad to see you guys here. How everybody doing, man? We got some stuff to talk about today, bro. We have a lot of things to talk about. Grim, what's up? Man, oh man. Also, chat, crystal count got a little low. Crystal count got a little low because I actually did a few multi-summons on this banner, trying to pick up a few of the summer equips. I really wanted, I think it's in here, let me check. Once it loads. I really wanted, where is it at? Is it in here? Yeah, right here. Orville Sunny Trunks. I really wanted that because that is an incredible nuking or like floor clearing item. I just didn't get lucky at all. I didn't even get one of them. Missile, what's up? Robert? Tosaka? From Turkey. Hey man, shout out to you. But yeah, chat, we have been also, let me pull up the stream on another monitor too instead of just the Streamlabs app, because sometimes it does glitch out on me and I can't see chat for like 10 seconds. But did 3 multis on the equip banner and called it a day. I'm trying to save for index. Yeah, man, I don't blame you. I do not blame you at all. I was thinking about who I want from Index, like who's like really the character I'm trying to go for here, but I personally think it's just mainly Railgun or Accelerator myself. I wonder if the banner really worth wasting my money for. I mean, dude, that's completely up to you. Also, hold on a second, chat. Is the stream lagging a bit? No, it's fine. Okay. But chat, you already know what we're here to do today, man. We're here to do some farming, go crazy with our summer rivy stuff, you know. I don't know if any of these equips are necessarily incredible. Let me check real quick. I don't think they are. I don't think any equip here is going to be a top tier thing. I think this is one. Yeah, this one's okay, but it's single target. I thought this was AoE. Also, thanks so much for the subscriptions, Jeffrey. Thank you so much, man. Trying to pity Wavy for real since I have no good freeze equips. Yeah, it's like the main freeze res equip. Not really too many other ones, man. What's up, Tyranny? But yeah, chat. I'm just gonna farm some of this. I don't think it's worth farming the other one unless this event has the LB stones in it, which I don't think it does. I think it's just the equips, right? Oh, wait. Okay, there is LB stones here. Wow. Okay, I thought this was only just equips and nothing else. It was just a regular rerun. Okay, well, looks like we got a lot of farming to do today. That's the Iris rocket. Does the first event also have that stuff? Oh, it does. Wow. Okay. Well, we have a ton of farming to do. What does this do? Fan wave cutter. Nah, that's kind of whatever. What do we want to do first, chat? We want to do the older events first, or what? Got super lucky and got water. Lisa from first multi and summer review off the second outpool. Hey, dude, nice. Which one do you guys want to do? Do y'all want to do summer review first or one of the old events first? I don't care, whichever one. We'll be farming pretty much all of them. First time. You think we'll get kill a kill before index? No, I think we'll get index before kill a kill. In terms of reruns, me too, Kaiju. Me too, man. It's tough. I'm actually gonna be talking about that in just a second once we actually get into the games here. I think I'm just gonna start with the first one. Your videos are a huge help. Thanks a lot. Hey, no problem, Mike. Glad you enjoy them. We're just gonna do the first summer event here with Summer Finn, and I'm gonna be trying to clear this as much as we can to get all the LB stones from it, chat, and then we'll just go up from there. We'll just keep going through all of them. I could use Summer Finn for like bonus currency, but I don't think it's really worth for me to use Summer Finn because then we lose like one of the luck slots for the host. What's up, founder? All right, chat. Starting it up. You guys can join. Doesn't matter if you're brand new, if you're a vet. We do not care. We putting the room ID in the chat in just a second. Yeah, he's a good nuker. I mean, I wouldn't really call him a nuker, but he's a good attacker. Just got Dante and PGR. Nice, dude. I didn't know it came out today. I've been playing Street Fighter. Sagat came out yesterday, and been having some fun. I'm not playing Sagat right now, though. I'm learning Terry. I'm having a lot of fun playing Terry. But yeah, chat. Talking about that, who was it earlier that said... Kaiju, talking about you would appreciate something new in terms of reruns. Me, myself, I also would appreciate it because here's my thing, is that GS recently has kind of felt... It's not like we're not getting stuff. It's more so that we're getting a lot of good content and stuff to like actually, quote unquote, supply the game with, you know, stuff for you to do. But it feels like GS is moving so fast, but also it's moving in slow motion. I don't know how else to put it, where so much is coming out for the game, but a lot of interest in the game has kind of started to die down. Even for me, it's becoming increasingly harder for me to get like extremely excited about even like brand new stuff coming out. Like Firin was very cool. I was very hyped about Firin. However, I also was like kind of whatever with it about a weekend. I was like, I'm glad that we finally got this. This was a crossover that I really wanted. It just kind of doesn't have that same pull like it used to for me. I don't know if it's because we didn't get like a new game mode or something. It could be that I forgot the exact theory it is. I think it's a theory. It may just be a saying that people say, but it's like the 7-year plan or whatever, where you're interested in something and a lot of people may be interested in one thing for about 7 years. And then after that 7 years, it kind of starts to die down. And at that point is like a very big like breaking point for a lot of people, where it's either you'll be a lifelong fan forever, or that's where you'll kind of like fall off with it. And I think a lot of us are starting to feel that for the most part when it comes to a lot of these crossovers, especially these same rerun crossovers that are coming out. It's like, damn, dude, it's really hard to kind of stick with the game and, you know, keep playing it. Especially if you're not like a content creator or something. I could see why you'd be like, oh yeah, I haven't played GS in like a month whenever stuff like that happens. Or like, you know, I haven't logged into the game for like 2 months. Because I really don't blame you. It's very dead if you've already experienced that stuff before. And another thing is too, is that whenever what is it? Whenever I just lost my train of thought. What the heck? It'll come back to me in a second. I started reading Routs' comment, and then my mind just went completely blank. It's basically Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Breath of the Wild fed us for so a long time. Tears of the Kingdom was good, yet so bad at the same time. Yeah, I guess that's a way you can put it. It's just after you stay on the boat for so long and you either decide if you're going to keep staying on or you're going to get off. If they don't really keep innovating or adding new stuff, I think it really hurts the game. Like, I remember there was a comment that I saw a long time ago where it was like, GS wouldn't add mines as like a regular game mode that would be around 24/7 because it would oversaturate the game. And to that same extent, if we're going to use that same exact reasoning, of course, it's a completely different situation. But that exact statement would then mean that all MMOs shouldn't be able to exist because they're oversaturated. They have too much stuff to do. Since their reasoning was it would be too oversaturated, the player would be stunned and not know what to do. Fighting games fucking exist after all. Fighting games bombard you with mechanics. Go jump into Street Fighter if you've never played a fighting game before, and you will be dumbfounded on what to do. You'll probably just spam buttons unless you actually have someone helping you or have a idea in mind of how you should go about learning this kind of game. So it's insane to me why like that reasoning would even be said, or hey, you know, that's the reason why they don't do it. Granted, we now have a game mode that, but people don't play it, which is also just completely insane to me because you don't play the new game mode that comes out, aka Grand Crusade, because people are saying, oh, the equips are bad. There's no reason to farm this if you can just play the mines. You don't do this, you don't do that. And it's milled with so much negativity, and it makes it to where a lot of people just don't even play the game mode. But then I have people asking me in my comment section, where do you get some of these equips that I use? Like one of the main equips that I've used on a lot of my characters that have a 4-star magic now is Rising Arrow, which is a equip from Grand Crusade. It's an Archgen equip from Grand Crusade at that. And I was like, oh, it's GC. And they're like, wait, GC has good equips? People told me not to play it. What? I'm not saying that you should just mindlessly follow somebody who says something and just be like, okay, I don't need to think too hard on it. It's a game. But I also feel like you should always do your own research, you know, do your due diligence and come up with your own opinion of it. Like, maybe like, okay, well, I'm just going to take a look myself and see if there's anything in there that might interest me. And if there is, then, oh, I might try to get this in my free time, right? It's insane to me. I guess not. God forbid someone reads. Exactly, man. Exactly. It's insane. And I'm not saying this as a way to, like, you know, spark concern from people, because a lot of people, as soon as you start talking like this, especially as a content creator or and someone in my shoes where you're the biggest quote unquote content creator for this game, oh, he's quitting. He's quitting. He's hanging up the cap. Unk's packing it up. No, it's not like that. It's just, I think it's a very reasonable discussion to have at this current point in the life cycle where everything is better technically in the game. The game has never been in a better state, but it also feels like we're kind of at the same spot that we've kind of always been at, or we're just not seeing a lot of progress like we should. I'm not saying the game needs to supply you with content like an MMO, right? GS is clearly a game that was designed to be a pick up and play kind of game. You log on, you play it, you know, maybe do an event or something like that while you're on the train, going on the bus stop, right? You know, waiting for class to start, whatever it might be. And then you play a match. Oh, okay, class is starting. Put up the phone. That's that. But not having actual game modes, or I would say meaningful challenge content, or something to kind of like keep reeling you back in, hurts the game, in my opinion. Especially when we get new characters. Like we get characters like Kenshin, Sato Hajime, Hiro Saitama, all these other units, right? and they're dummy busted. But it's like, oh, let's go fight the same fight we've been fighting for the last 2 years now. Yay. You know what I mean? How do you know that's how I played 99% of the time? Exactly. Yeah, I saw Finn's SP art. But it truly is insane to me, because if you look at like other games that I think have a similar kind of structure, because GS is very unique with its gameplay. There's no other gameplay, at least on the mobile market, when it comes, well, I would say the global mobile market scene, that has a similar gameplay to GS. I haven't really seen that. And I think it's very unique with like the way how GS has a lot of their resources and like their in-game quote unquote and all that. The way how they keep you playing is usually by crest farming and all this stuff. And it's not really like a relic based system. You're not having to get 6 pieces and get the best stats possible to get a 5% damage increase so you can flex this big PP damage on Twitter. It's not like that. Usually by the time you get the unit, I mean, of course, level 4s and 4+ and all that stuff helps out, but your unit's pretty much at like 80% power, 90% power by the time you get them, especially once you get them ascended. So also, Benjamin, thanks so much for the sub. And I think that's the reason why I haven't quit GS, is because I really do like how it's different and it doesn't feel like Genshin or anything after Genshin. Everything post Genshin, I'm gonna be honest, chat, I fucking hate. I hate the gacha scene now. I truly do. A lot of the gacha scene, unless it's something that's truly doing something unique and it has its own identity, is just copying Genshin or trying to improve upon a system that Genshin has. And that's really all it has going for it. It's like, it's wild to me because I'm so surprised that the gacha scene is so happy with like what's being fed to them, because it's the same meal just with different seasoning. It's insane to me. Index collab versus Kill a Kill. For a new player, I would say Kill a Kill. But oh, I looked through the art book. I have some bad news. We're all going to jail. Senki is a lolly. What? That's insane. What's up, Malcolm? I won the 50-50 today in Genshin. But yeah, like the summoning system to the relic system at the end game to the open world aspect, chat. I don't want to sound like an old head here, but I'm going to sound like an old head. I kind of really enjoyed when gacha games had a very cool kind of gimmick, you know, like something they knew that they couldn't make a game on like a huge scale because of the hardware back in the day, like in 2015 era. They couldn't make a game on like a huge scale. You could make an action game, but it was very likely that it would overheat some phones and everything, and some phones wouldn't be able to handle it. So you kind of had to compromise and think of a way to make very cool and unique experiences on what you had. And I think that restriction brought some of the most creativity we've seen in the gacha scene, because you have stuff like Grand Blue Fantasy, which is a browser game, right? And it has like this cool whole system set up with like attacks and skills, and it's simple, but it works. And then you had Brave Frontier, which a lot of you guys know about. And Brave Frontier had like its whole thing where you have to tap skills and then you can chain and all that other stuff. And you had like all of these crazy ultimates. You also had games like JoJo Bizarre Adventure Stardust Shooter, or if you played it, Monster Strike. Monster Strike, where you just literally are this metal on a map and you just pull the metal and it shoots and it does crazy stuff and you can combo it and it's cool. It's a fun little experience that is actually surprisingly deep. Or Ultimate Ninja Blazing, where even though it looks very simple on the surface, there's a lot of depth to like its gameplay. Stuff like that I think was kind of like very cool back then. And a lot of gacha games now just constantly are open world, relic grinding, and that's it. It's like I've played these games before, man. Truly, it feels boring when everything's the same. Everybody's just trying to find the next $1 billion game instead of like making some creative stuff, which I know is kind of crazy to say because a lot of people's like, oh yeah, dude, this is just a cash grab. Like you're playing the genre that is known for just cash grabs. But I used to think Gacha games had like some seriously good hits. The City of Final Fantasy was like a console level experience on your phone that worked perfectly on mobile. Like it was insane. Honkai Star Rail, I feel the same about how I feel like with Genshin and everything else. Also, talking about Brave Frontier, I was actually going to make a video. They made a new Brave Frontier, chat. They made Brave Frontier Legion. Let me show you guys this. However, it is region locked to Japan, and you need a VPN. You need a Japanese account and a VPN to even play it. But let me see if I can find some gameplay of it. Because I think it's going to be coming out to global. There's some stuff in English here. Well, here's the Japanese page right now. But here's Brave Frontier Legion. This just released in JP. And I've heard a whole lot of negativity. A ton of negativity. I don't know why they have the Grand Blue Fantasy menu layout here. That's kind of interesting. But I've heard so much negativity about this game, about how it's just an empty shell of Brave Frontier's gameplay. That is nothing like the original. And it just feels so watered down. But they technically brought it back. This is a whole new Brave Frontier game. Is it by Gumi? Yep, Gumi's there. So it's interesting. But it's region locked and VPN locked. I think you can watch some gameplay on YouTube about it. Never played it. Never played Brave Frontier, so I have no idea what to say about it, but it's there. Don't like the art style, to be honest. Yeah, the art style is reminiscent of Brave Frontier, but just a bit more modernized. The soundtrack, I never heard the BF soundtrack. I need to actually listen to it if it's pretty heat. You heard that Brave Frontier 2 came out in JP? It closed down like a month after it came out. I don't think it's up anymore. Okay, but Dokkan. My thing with Dokkan is that I think Dokkan is a pretty solid game for what it is, and they definitely improved upon it a lot since how it was back in the day. And you know, if you're a Dragon Ball fan and you want to get into a gacha game and you actually really enjoy the gameplay loop of Dokkan, you'll have a lot of fun. You definitely will. It's not what you wanted. Are you talking about from the Brave Frontier? Yeah. It's bad, man. People have been saying a lot of stuff. Apparently, they also nerfed Arena. Like, I don't know if it's Arena Rewards or something else, but Arena got nerfed. So, yeah. Hey, OP, I'm a new player. Can you help me out clearing the Defier of Fate challenge to unlock my 4th unit slot on Expedition? It would be appreciated. Defier of Fate. Is that BF Emperor? Oh, God. I hate that freaking fight. Yeah, we might do it later on in the stream. I do want to say, guys, anybody in the chat have a summer rivy? I think this is going to be the first time we're going to do this, but I'm not going to record my commentary, but I do want to record the gameplay for it. I think I'm going to do a recording of Summer Rivy during this live stream of a showcase of her. Because I want to like go ahead and get that out the way so I can like edit that and have it up tomorrow. It's why I still play the game, honestly. Really, the animations. See, that's interesting that the animations alone can kind of like keep you playing. For me, it's kind of different. Like I legitimately have to have fun with like the game systems and the gameplay to kind of like love it. Also, chat, I don't know if this is going to break the stream, but we have a video coming out very soon. And I say very soon, it'll probably be out within a week or so. But I'm gonna back out just for a second. I'm not gonna say what the video is, but that right there, if you saw it. There's a certain thing that I have a plan, a certain idea I have for a video. And I think it's going to be a banger. But I got to I gotta see it. I gotta get it into the making, man. I think it's gonna be a hilarious video that could do really well. And I'm just gonna let you guys know, it took me 6 hours to download the game because BlueStacks was just shitting itself the entire time during the download, and it wanted me to download like Mimu Player. Yeah, I don't like downloading anything or other emulators for my game, and I've heard kind of like mixed stuff with Mimu, saying how it kind of has like, or is it Mumu? I think it's Mumu Player. How it has like Chinese malware and stuff like that or whatever, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that one, Chief. So, but then again, you know, I played Helldivers 2 and I got a kernel level anti-cheat on my computer right now. So, you know, what is privacy, chat, right? What is privacy? What's another malware to install onto my computer after all? What's a little bit more malware? Do you break even with making videos or making them for the love of the game? Do you break even with what do you mean by break? Like, do I take breaks even with making videos? Yeah, I take plenty of breaks while I'm making them. But, or do you talk about like, or are you making them for the love of the game? It's more so for the love of content creation. I love making videos and I love interacting with you guys and making stuff for y'all. It's always been something that's brought me a lot of joy. So, sure, it's my videos, or it's my video and stuff, but or not my video, it's my job to an extent at this point, because we're at the point now where for the last like 4 years, YouTube has kind of been able to supply me with a decent amount of income that I'm able to use on top of like my regular job. So it's like my second job that I work. But yeah, I mean, I just do it for the love of the content creating. You know, I wake up in the morning and I'm instantly thinking about YouTube. I don't see a time where I won't be thinking about YouTube, to say the least. I think I'm always going to be thinking about it until like I eventually quote unquote retire, which we'll have to see what happens with that. But retirement in content creating to me is I don't want to say it's cringe, but it's kind of, I don't know, strange, because sure, content creating is extremely hard and like time consuming. I think that's the biggest thing. It's like very, very time consuming, especially if you're big into editing. I don't do, I mean, you guys know with my edits, I don't try to do edits so much to the point to where it kind of takes away from the experience, or it kind of turns the video into something that it's not, or it feels very like Zoomer, I guess you would say, focused, or like TikTok brain focused. Dude, I can't watch those videos, man. My God, they're like, you guys might know the ones I'm talking about, but they're bad. They are bad. Like the ones that are editing like 24/7, they're editing every single like frame of the video. And it's like, what are we doing? There's only one content creator that I know that edits like that I'm like, holy shit, you're a genius. And I think his name's Maxor, where he like always messes with like the hue and saturation, and like he has crazy edits the whole time. like whenever I see him edit, I'm like, holy fuck, dude, like your brain's on crack. But I can respect like the grind and the hustle that he does for it. But like other people that just try to like mimic that or just do something else, it's like, dude, oh my god, it hurts my brain. It gives me a fucking headache. I have a job to play GS, become a GS YouTuber so you can nerd about stuff to people because it's cool. Yeah, pretty much. Me and too, Wineware, me and too. Yeah, Maxor. Like, Maxor is a very good content creator. Like, he's insanely... like, his editing skill is ridiculous. And I saw he posted, like, what he does before he even makes a video on Twitter. How he has to, like, make a mod and all this other stuff to, like, get the perfect shots and the camera angles and everything else in the video. It's like, dude, Jesus. You're working on a video for, like, 2 to 3 months that people are probably going to watch at most one time, you know, be like, oh, I like that. That was very cool. And then like the video, you know, go on. But it's very cool that, like, you know, that's the thing. What's next for GS? Getting shafted again. It's true, bro. It's true. Are you the biggest name in GS? Technically, yes. No, I wouldn't say Farron is triple S tier. But I don't like those like edits at all, man. I wish I could show you guys one, but I don't want to like single out any singular person. Because, you know, everybody's just on the grind. Everybody's on their own little hustle, but it's like watching those videos, and you guys can actually look them up. It's like how to get your audience constantly watching, how to get your audience addicted to your videos. It's like, dude, can I just have like an authentic connection? Like, you know, just like a few edits here and there, maybe a few funny moments, but something that feels very honest and like true, and not like, hey, I'm trying to get you to watch for hours on end. Like, that sounds like a very dystopian thing, you know? It's like, oh my god, this is a society that is just glued to screens 24/7, and you got to make the most of it because everybody, you feel like that everybody's time, or you deserve everyone's time for like the content you make. And in reality, it's like, no, you don't deserve everyone's time. But whenever you make a piece of content, you should consider that, oh, I want it to feel like it's worth their time whenever they click on it, you know, that they really enjoy it, or, you know, get something out of it that's fun or something. It's entertaining at least. Don't underestimate people with free time where we watch the same video once a month if we feel like it. I don't know if I've ever rewatched a YouTube video. Maybe I have. I think mainly like guides on like characters for Street Fighter or like Tekken and stuff like that. Any character I'm learning, I usually try to rewatch the video, especially guides, and just understand like everything down to a T. And I also usually take notes, surprisingly. Whenever I'm learning a character, if I'm like in my free time, I've already got all my work done for the day, I'll try to write down some things too and be like, okay, light kick used for poke, fast startup, standing heavy kick, good whiff punish, leads into punish counter, or crazy punish counter combos, all that type of stuff. What do you think about a collab with Yu-Gi-Oh? Maybe, but I'm not for sure. You kind of wanted summer review for SP. I don't blame you. My game just crashed. What the fuck? What? Are we serious? I've never had my game crash before. I've never had BlueStacks crash. That's wild. That's like the first time that's ever happened, chat. What did they do with the new update? Do you keep watching my old vids? Yeah, dude, that's crazy. I think there's some videos that like are definitely worth a rewatch. I kind of watch some of my old videos too here and there. Oh, I got a chest. What'd I get? Wow, a 6-star equip LB magic. Oh my god. But I think there's some of them that's like really worth a rewatch. Like I love watching from time to time, like going back and remembering some of like the cool moments I've had with like the BBS summons or something else. I'll go back and see those and be like, dude, those were sick. I definitely enjoyed some of those, man. It was great. It was a great time back then. And like even some of the videos that me and Sleepy used to do with like dual summons and collabs and everything else, like there's a lot of stuff like that that was dope. Like, I still think that like my favorite GS summon video I've ever done is the Emperor summons with like Sleepy. I think that's probably my best one. I don't think I've ever like kind of did one that was better. And then like my BBS summons, dude, BBS summons were so dope. And it was something that I loved doing, but oh my god, it was hell to edit. Because the way how I would edit it and put it all together, I don't know why, but like my freaking DaVinci would just die. Oh my goodness, it would die. Every time I would put it in the editing software and I would like try to get it to all go through, it was just struggling the entire time. Didn't you pity the first Emperor? No. Sleepy pity the first Emperor. The first one he did pity. I got Emperor, I think, on... It was like the second video we did together. Or the last video we did. I got Emperor that video, and then I think he got it as a pity. The first character I ever pitied in the game was the Kenshin crossover. I pitied Kenshin. That was the first time I ever had a pity in GS. And then after that, it's like I pitied every fucking character else, because I had a pity Hero Saitama, and I also had a pity somebody from Firin, if I'm not mistaken. It was like you, Bell or Fern. Yeah, I play Uma Musume. Yeah, I've played Uma Musume. I really enjoy Uma Musume. It's probably my favorite gacha out of all the newer gachas. There's another gacha game that I do want to try, chat, that I haven't tried yet, and it's Morimins. I've heard Morimins is actually very good, so I may want to give that a try. And also, the new character that just came out has Dio's voice actor, which is pretty dope. It's the global release, North American. Was Chloe from Fate? Hey, that's a good pity though, man. Dude, I think Emperor will win fan favorite again because of Young Imp. I hope to God he doesn't. Dude, the JP players be pissing me off. Like, why can't Juno win? Can we please let Juno win? She hasn't had a unit in, like, what, 3 years? Come on now, man. They should just take him off the list. I personally feel like that if a unit wins the popularity poll, what is it, like, let's say 1 year they win the popularity poll, the next year they can be put on it, but even if they win the popularity poll, the second place is the one that's going to get the new unit. Because yeah, having Emperor win like 4 times in a row is ridiculous, man. We don't need this man to keep winning. Were you able to max LB Kitashan Black? No, I got LB3 on her. I lucked out like crazy with Kitashan Black. I got LB3 on her within 200 pulls. So you pulled every unit, but you need hell. Yeah, man. I mean, of course, you know, always go for your favorites or just people you like, you know. Ascended Juno would have to be triple S tier or people would riot. I think she definitely should be a really good unit. You know, maybe even get Hoka out of here possibly, but I don't know. If we see an Ascended Reyes, he'll be a summonable one. He would be one from like Halloween. I think we could do a seasonal Reyes. That would work really well. Huge. I started my account when she first came out. Rolled on 3, hitted 1, and lucked down the last pull. Nice, dude. Yeah, we've never had a Reyes alt, which is very strange because if we look at other games like FFBE, which I think is somewhat similar, it's not completely the same, right, chat? But FFBE has seasonal events and they have like seasonal units, and the seasonal units in FFBE are of the story characters. Like Rain and Lastwell has had so many seasonal characters, it's surprising that we haven't got one yet for Reyes. Or just like the main cast, you know? You'll be using all your large pots. Oh my. Reyes Ascended at the end of this year? I don't know about that. It kind of matters. Also, I will say I love Summer Ruby's super art animation. It's dope with the pirate ship. Really cool. But I don't know. I don't know about the Ascended Reyes. At this point, I feel like that they consider his X-Force probably like his peak in the story, which is why it's perfect for there to be like a side story that's not canonical with the main story, like a summer event or something like that, and give us a brand new Reyes, you know? Wouldn't it be crazy if we got like a future Reyes, like a grown Reyes, I guess? Because I guess right now Reyes would be like what, kind of like in his late teens, maybe like early 20s, possibly. What if we got like time skip Reyes or something like that? He's like 30 years old. Reyes is 26? What? My boy does not look 26. He looks like he's freaking 16. Most of the main cast are in their late 20s, early 30s. Well, that's good. I think that's a very nice age range considered to like most other games where sometimes, you know, it's just, oh, they're like 18, 20, something like that. I will say too, chat room, Finn is 32. I could see Finn being that old because he's like a strategist of the army and stuff like that. I could see him being that old. Emperor had 3 versions, but not Reyes. They do him dirty. Technically, doesn't Emperor have more than 3? Because you have original Emperor, BF Emperor, Young Emperor. Oh yeah, it's only 3. You helped me out with Grand Summons for a long time. I just want to say I appreciate you. Hey, thanks so much, Aegis. Or Aegis. I'm not for sure which one it is, but I'm glad you enjoyed, man. You definitely loved the game. And I was able to help you out a bit. 2 to 3 years have passed in game time since the story has started. It's been like, that's wild. That's actually kind of crazy. All the saga characters are 3 to 4 years older in the main story than they are in their sagas. Okay. Jill needs an Ascended version for no particular reason. Jill was the maid in one of the sagas, right? Was it Cross the Blaze that she was a maid in. She had like a whole maid outfit and everything. I don't know if it was Cross the Blaze or if it was something else. I did not buy the book, no. I was thinking about it, but I just didn't bite the bullet on it. Yeah, I remember seeing her as a maid in Cross the Blaze because I think she was the maid of, you know, the family. Summer Rosetta is 15, but Earth Rosetta is 19. Interesting. That's kind of crazy. How long does GS got in the tank? Technically, they can go on for as long as they want to. I don't think GS takes a lot to, like, uphold, I guess, or, like, keep going. I don't think, like, the development cost for GS is extremely high. I could be wrong, but it's a small dev team, you know, indie developers, right? With a pretty decent amount of income coming in, or revenue coming in every month. They usually make about 800,000 or more. Sometimes, like, recently we've been making like what, like $1 million a month. So I'm pretty sure they're doing all right. I think it's possible to get another new collab except index before the end of this year. We still have 4 months, so yeah, I think we definitely, it's possible that we could get one more new collab. But I don't know if it will be on global before the end of the year. I will say that. We're kind of in like a very weird state right now since Fearin came out. Fearin was dope, but it kind of like messed up the crossover schedule just a little bit. Because now we got to get Index and we got to get the rerun of Kill la Kill. And let's say like the rerun of Kill la Kill ends and they announce a new crossover, like right after the rerun ends in JP. Well, now Global has to catch up from, and let's say Fearin isn't over yet in Global. Global then will have to catch up through Index, Kill la Kill plus whatever the new crossover is. So we'd be 3 crossovers behind, which we haven't been that behind in a while. We're getting slime for Christmas or New Year's. I hope not, dude. Please, we gotta break these cycles, man. For the love of God. What's the crossover you want to see Ascended characters in that don't have Ascended characters yet? It'd probably be one of the oldies. Golden Kamui, Yu Yu Hakusho. One of them. Yeah, I think Fate will eventually have a rerun. Fairy Tail rerun for global only, please. Oh god. That, I don't even want like a Fairy Tail rerun with Ascended units, man. It's bad. Shaman King? I think Shaman King could have some cool units. I don't know about Overlord and stuff like that. Overlord we got fairly recently. It wasn't too long ago whenever we had their Overlord rerun. Wasn't it? I feel like it wasn't that long ago. Maybe I'm like misremembering, but ReZero? Yeah, I think ReZero could have some really cool Ascended units. There's a lot they could pick from, but they just always pick Kill la Kill, which kind of pisses me off. God, dude. It's the fact too that the chance that Kill la Kill has another option to come back now, because like, oh, we didn't release Riko's mom, so let's rerun it again, but this time only with Riko's mom. Like, I hope to God, dude. Every time I see Kill la Kill come back, I know people love the units, and especially with like Hoka and stuff being so meta breaking, people want to get Hoka. But every time it comes back, I just say to myself, I hope this is the last time. I pray this is the last time, man. We've seen Kill la Kill come back so many times. If you've been playing the game since its like debut, and if you've been sticking out for that long, Jesus Christ, dude, what a legend. But if you've been playing since then, it is insane how many times we've gotten Kill la Kill. We have to almost be in the double digits, if not already in the double digits. Tokyo Revengers? Yeah, Tokyo Revengers is cool. I like Tokyo Revengers. It's a cool one. Been watching your videos for years and returning vet that lost my account and need the Yu Hakusho to come back ASAP. Amen. I don't know if that one's ever going to come back. I think that was a once in a lifetime opportunity. At this point, I'm really starting to believe, if it wasn't for the units in the game, let me say this. If it wasn't for the units in the game, I would honestly believe it's a Mandela effect that the community had. That we just believed we had the Yu Hakusho characters at one point. But if they took them out of my box, I'd be like, dude, I don't think it ever happened. I don't think that was real. I don't think it existed. They never talk about it. You got high hopes, yeah, for real. I hope it comes back. Yu Yu Hakusho is a very cool one. Yeah, me too, philosopher. I kind of do wish that, or philosophy, that they would make just ascended variants of the returning characters, because like it'd be like, oh, they're rehashing content, but like they did it with War God Finn. War God Finn is literally regular Finn, just a bit better, and like new, just a few new mechanics. Same thing with like any of like the ascended variants of awoken characters. They're almost identical to their awoken counterpart in a lot of cases, just with a few more mechanics or being a bit better than what they used to be. Yeah, I also think that's a little whack too, Tyranny. The single unit crossovers, single unit ascension crossovers are kind of I say at least bare minimum is 2. I think 2 is a decent one. 4, you know, is a sweet spot. Anything more than that is great, but 4 is definitely like, okay, we're happy. 2, it's solid, but not amazing. 1, I kind of hate it. Crunchyroll Hime, now that's an actual Mandela effect. That shouldn't even be in the game. It'd be wild if someone put on Crunchyroll Hime, just crashed the game for everybody. You couldn't even use her. Quick question, why do you choose this game as your main content despite having low views / player base unlike popular Gacha games? Been a fan for you since the Overlord crossover. It's one of the only ones that actually keeps me interested, I guess, to an extent. It's kind of within that realm that I was talking about earlier in the stream, where it has its own individuality. It's not like trying to be Genshin Impact or like another version of Genshin or something. It has that individuality that I really love, and I'm able to like just make stuff on it. I do wish that there was more options when it came to content creating with it, because it's really hard to make content on it, especially like very creative content, because in a third-person game or like Genshin, for an example, there's a bit more that you could do with that from like a content point of view. Because you have like the camera to mess around with, you're in an open space compared to just being on a 2D plane like this, and I don't have access to like the game files. Because some people, I don't know exactly who, but I've seen some people be able to access like the guts of the game and be able to like get units, animations, and like their pixel art and everything like on a 2D plane, or not 2D plane, on a PNG image or like an MP4 format behind a green screen and stuff. And I'm like, damn, that opens up a lot of options for creativity. But For the most part, I just stick with the game because it's different. It's not like other games that are out on the market right now, and that's like the main reason. And I've kind of like just grown to really appreciate and love the game. So it's not my favorite gacha game by any means. I will say that. It's definitely not my favorite gacha. But it is pretty fun. How'd you come up with your name? OP came from whenever I used to play Call of Duty, like back in middle school / high school. I was like very into Call of Duty. Before I was a YouTuber, I was a huge sweat, like gaming wise. I would enter into tournaments, like 2v2s, 1v1s, 3v3s, all that type of stuff. And I even was on a competitive team for at one point called TZK, which was kind of like a minor league competitive team, I guess you would say. That we were a team for about like 2 weeks, and the team instantly split apart. And we did pretty well. We did our first tournament and we placed like top 4. So we did really good within our first like debut. But we kind of like stopped, and the OP came from it was just something that like was kind of thrown around the game community. It still is like, oh, this stuff's so overpowered or whatever. And I was like, oh well, I kind of like the OP tag, and I kind of wanted a short name for some stuff. So I was like, I could make my gamer tag like I'm OP, but I was like, that's kind of feels a little bit too, you know, on the nose. So I was like, why don't we do like I'm OP every day? And then now though, if I would redo like my name, which I do in pretty much any game that I play that's not GS, I'm always Lucidity. I've always loved the word Lucidity, and very much enjoyed that kind of name for myself, like in any game, like just and also the definition of it. I thought it was very cool. Like the clarity of expression is the definition of it. And I was like, that's sick. I love that name. So if you ever see somebody in a game that's named like Lucidity, or like Young Lucidity, or Young Lucidity is spelled with YVNG and then Lucidity all together, it's probably me. It's probably me. In every other game I play, that's always my name. On Steam, it's not my name though. On Steam, my name is Chowder Season 4. I did use the Game Battles website. I did. I used Game Battles. I even used MLG for a little bit whenever that was up. I mean, I used a lot back then, but I'm not really into shooters anymore. I will say that like competitive shooters, I'm not completely into. Hero shooters, I will say I'm a sucker for MOBAs and hero shooters and stuff like that. I love those games. Because I feel like they have a lot more depth than just trying to get your aim as perfect as possible in like all these other shooting games. But nowadays, if I'm gonna pick a game to be extremely competitive in, it's fighting games. So Street Fighter, Tekken. I'm hoping that whenever Marvel Tokon comes out, that I can get even a little bit good to maybe compete in some online tournaments, you know, just have some fun like that. So yeah, I love being competitive. I will say that. I have been a little bit rusty in fighting games though, because I took a massive break since I was so busy. But after watching the most recent Evo, I was like, dude, I gotta get back into this. I forgot how much I just love this stuff. So I got back into fighting games, and I've been playing Street Fighter 6 for the last like 2 days, and I've been trying to learn Terry. I've been doing great with them. You let the Final Fantasy 14 random name generator come up with my name, and I stuck with it. Hey man, you know, it's a good way to do it too. At least it's not P5X, true. I do still wish the game has actual in-game refreshes. Yeah, I do too, Kevin. I think that's something that the game desperately needs. Some type of like refresh or guild content that gives a steady stream of crystals or something. I think that would be incredible. Came to GS because you got tired of grinding FGO, man. Dude, I used to be so addicted to Fate. My God. There was a time that I played Fate non-stop, chat room. And I mean non-stop. But now, I haven't played Fate in like over 2 years, probably 2.5, 3 years. It's been a very long time. But I used to grind Fate out, man. I used to love that shit. You play Smash? You play in an esports team in my high school? I don't play Smash. I wanted to get into Smash, but man, dude, I don't know what it is about platform fighters. I don't think I'm like built for that genre. I've tried to get into them. I played Multiverses a ton, and I actually really loved Multiverses. I thought that was like fun, especially like the first iteration of Multiverses was really good. I loved that one. I used to play Superman, so you can kind of see what type of player I am. But I couldn't really get into like I have Smash, and a part of me does want to like actually get into it and like start playing it like Smash Ultimate, just do some online matches and stuff. But I just don't think I would ever be even remotely good, or I just can't really grasp the concept of like a platform fighter as well as I can like 2D and 3D fighters. Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. I never got a chance to play P4AU, but my God, I tell you, one of the most degenerate games I've ever played was BB Cross Tag. I think was that what it was, or is it just BB Tag? I think it was just BB Tag. BB Tag had some of the most degen ass combos and fucking like just ways to open up your opponent's defense. It was so crazy, dude. I freaking loved BB Tag. I love Dragon Ball Fighters as well. I played the fuck out of Dragon Ball Fighters whenever that came out. Like so much, dude. It was like the only game I played for probably like 3 or 4 months. Yeah, the thing was BB Cross Tag Battle died very quickly. It died so fast, man. Wogan, Finn, Farron, Berwick, and Eleanor? That's not bad. That's not terrible. Yeah, that's okay, Lewis. Yeah, I remember playing the demo chat room for BB Tag. And then BB Tag's demo, you could like technically, I think you could do like player versus player or something like that. Or it may have been during the beta. You could do, if you had 2 controllers, you could play like offline matches and stuff. But you could technically also use it as a training mode to an extent. So what I would do is that for training mode, I would, at that current point, I think you had to use Yukiko from P4. That's her name. And with her persona, she could heal herself. So you could do combos against Yukiko and just constantly heal herself and just kind of like keep doing that to try to, you know, learn your combos and your buttons and your moves and everything. And that's what I did whenever the beta was the thing. It was fun. Just got reviewed from a free roll. Hey, nice, dude. Favorite thing about my community? Probably just the support, man. I know it's like very general, but like, you know, it's a very supportive community. And I think it's very cool too, like whenever hype stuff happens or whenever I react to something or like whatever, I think it's really cool how like other people kind of are like in the comments or something be like, dude, I had the same reaction, or bro, I feel the same way about this or something. Like I remember whenever Fate came out and how I was just like flipping out about Fate. So many people in the comment section was also flipping out about it. And that type of stuff I think is like some of my favorite things about the community is like whenever we're like all experiencing something at like the same time, kind of. There are a lot of funny comments, yeah. Especially a lot of questionable questionable decisions some players make are found in my comment section. But yeah, my team in BB tag was, I think his name is Gordo, the guy with the scythe from Under Night and Birth. It was Gordo and Ruby. I used the two scythe characters. That was very fun. What's your question? What phone emulator do you recommend to play GS on PC? I use BlueStacks, specifically the Pi 64-bit instance. So whenever you download BlueStacks, you will get a multi-instance manager, and just make sure that you're using the Pi 64-bit manager or instance for the one that you're playing on, and that is the one that works the best with GS. Which area am I currently in right now? I don't know. I haven't played it in like a month. I think it was like 80 something. I do some questionable thumbnail choices. What are you talking about? I just do what the people want. And Margit, yeah. Dude, who was the guy that was like a freaking, he was like a, not Patikment, or freaking, that's from Guilty Gear, but he was similar. He was like this massive dude with like a huge white beard, and he had like metal claws, and he was like a grappler. That guy was crazy. I never like got to play him because I didn't like his movement. His movement was so slow, but I always thought it was cool. I gotta look up his name. Elizabeth was broken. Was Elizabeth the one with the... No, I don't think that was her. I was gonna say, was Elizabeth the one that was like with the huge sword? She had like a blue dress on with the big sword. That wasn't Elizabeth, right? The Fear and Spotlight video made me sweat. Wagner, yeah, he's from Under Night. Yeah, you're right. I thought he was crazy. Another character that I liked a lot, and I think it was from Blaze Blue, was it Azrael? Like the guy who would just scream. He was so hard to play. I couldn't really get down his gameplay. Well, I barely even tried him. I tried him for like 10 minutes, but he had like his whole like dodging mechanics and stuff like that, and all like the teleporting and stuff. And he was like a guy that just screams so much, and he had like all this power running for him, like running through him. I was like, dude, this guy's sick. But I never got a chance to play him or really get into him too much. What was the Fear and Spotlight video? Are you talking about the Should You Summon? Because the Should You Summon, I know, was a crazy thumbnail. I even asked my girlfriend, I was like, is this a little bit too crazy? Oh yeah, this one, right? This one? Yeah, this one. Some people were saying it was AI, and I'm like, chat, what? It's not AI. And for any of these videos where I use a render, like this Ubel for an example, you can always click on it, and then you can go here, and you see render used in thumbnail. You click on that, it brings up this, and then if you actually want to, you can go down here, and here's the Twitter link, and then you can, let me see, open link, and it's from this guy, and it's a Japanese artist. So yeah, it's a Japanese artist, and so what was the ad? I didn't even see it. What was the ad? Let me go back. Let me go back in the stream. Was it crazy? I just saw it. The one in the bottom right. That was a crazy one. That's hilarious. Yeah, I asked her if I thought that was too much. She thought the Eleanor thumbnail video was crazy. She thought that thumbnail was wild. Because I used the one emoji that's like sweating with its tongue out and stuff. And she thought that one was wild. Yeah, I love Sonic themes. Sonic has some great music. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, you know, come on now. I had to argue with somebody in my comment section on that video because he was like, when was it wrong to like sexy things? Like, I'm 30 something years old and I grew up with people liking sexy things all the time and no one like batted an eye, but now like there's a label on it and everything else. He's like, break out the modern mindset. And I'm like, dude, it's not I'm not fucking talking about a modern mindset in this fucking video. It's just she is more of a suggested, or she's a very sexualized unit. She has a very suggestive theme going on with her. And just me myself, you know, I don't really play games that like have overly like, I don't want to put it, like sexual themes in it for the most part. I mean, I say that, then I play Bayonetta and Nier and stuff, but Nier just, people go crazy about 2B, but 2B really isn't like over sexualized in Nier. I mean, of course, you look up her skirt, you have like that whole like achievement thing where she like kicks the camera. Or is that Kaine that does that? Or does 2B do it too? I know Kaine does it in Nier Replicant. But yeah, but like, you know, I love Nier and Bayonetta, but like there's some games that it's like, dude, you're just doing this to sell the product. Like Nikkei, for an example. It's like, well, kind of doing it to sell it a bit. I feel like Bayonetta just fits her personality. Like her whole kind of thing is being this like super hot, confident, sexy witch, right? And she just kicks ass the whole time. But then she has moments where she shows kind of like, you know, her weakness or whatever. I believe 2B is the reason many kids weren't born. Why does it feel bad to pity a unit than getting it from a raw animation? Because you had to spend 1,500 crystals and you're at the mercy of the pity system compared to just getting lucky. It's too overwhelming. I don't know, man. It's interesting because I'm very much into like psychology and stuff too. And I was talking to one of my friends who's going to the Navy. He just got done graduating with his degree. I think he's going to the Navy. It's either the Navy or the Air Force. I always get it mixed up because he was originally a pilot, but then he was like, you know what, I'm gonna go to the Navy first and do like a few years in that so I can get like all the benefits, then, you know, go to be a pilot. But we were having this discussion about like, I wonder how much that actually kind of affects your mind to an extent, like seeing all that 24/7. I wonder if like it actually changes or molds your mind in any way. Like, I feel like it has to be like some type of thing, because too much of anything is bad for you. Everybody knows that. It's just like a general rule of thumb. So I wonder how that is like with Nikkei, or like if you partake in that type of stuff, like if you constantly consume that, it has to like reshape your mind in a certain way, I would assume. Sexy gacha time crisis. Time Crisis was fun. I enjoyed Time Crisis as well. I love playing Time Crisis whenever I go to like an arcade. Wait, is it Time Crisis? That, or am I thinking of a different game? I know like they usually have like Contra, I think it is, at the arcade, but I think it's Time Crisis as well. The Nikkei booth at Anime Expo was something. Do I need to Google this? Hold on. Nikkei booth Anime Expo. It's just like body pillows and oh, they had like cosplayers there as well. Like dressed up as the Nikkei characters. I'm not seeing like anything too crazy here, but like just the, you know, the cosplays are going to be wild because how the characters naturally look. Yeah, I'm not seeing like anything wild really. They had a car there? They had like a whole Nikkei car? That's crazy. Only got fern after reset, but the thing is I ended up getting 2 ferns. So my question is, should I keep using them both or limit break them with one another? I think a 2 fern nuke could be kind of cool, but or like a 2 fern comp could be kind of cool. I mean, what she get at LB7? You know, I think you can kind of just keep that and just mess around with it, have some fun. See if like you can actually create something with that. Let me see. What does she get at LB7? She gets a 4-star support. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. It's up to you. What's the story even about? I have no clue what the story's about for Nikkei. I do know that people say it is insanely engaging, though. Like, it is not just gooner bait. Like, the story is very good from what I've heard, but I have no clue what it takes place in. I will say, for the time being, whenever I played Destiny Child for a very tiny bit there, which was also very much a gooner game. It was crazy the amount of sexualization it was. It almost felt like Mortal Kombat. How Mortal Kombat has like over-the-top violence to the point to where it feels like Looney Tunes violence. It feels like kind of that way with Nikkei and like Destiny Child and other games like that. It almost feels like cartoonish in the amount of like sexualness it has. K-Store is actually amazing. Just don't like how that it took so much stages to progress. Yeah, the maps are pretty big in that game, aren't they? For like story chapters and stuff. It's just funny to me how they advertised it, a one-handed shooter. Whenever I saw that, dude, it was wild. Because I remember whenever Nikkei came out, like, you gotta think at my part-time job that I worked at, there was people talking about and just like clowning on it. There was like, dude, they advertise as a one-handed shooter and stuff. It's like, yeah, you know, the guys who play this are just jerking it the whole time. It's like, bro, man. It was wild that it like got to the point to where it was that where, like people knew about it. It's just one of those games that, like, you could not play in public at all. I don't see like who could look at the game and be like, I'm gonna play that in public. Only started playing for the Chainsaw Man collab. Yeah, people were like, dude, OP, you gotta go play Nikkei because it has Nier in it and it has 2B. I'm like, dude, I'm not doing that. You guys are crazy, man. Look, I love my series. I'm addicted to Nier. I'm addicted to Persona, Yakuza, or now it's Like a Dragon, Final Fantasy, you know, Devil May Cry. I love these series. Devil May Cry just had a crossover with PGR that came out today, if I'm not mistaken. But like, if I'm not interested in the game or I just don't want to pick up another gacha game, I'm not gonna like throw everything to the wayside just to go play that. But no, here's the thing. So when it comes to content creating and stuff like that, because with gacha games, if I'm playing one, for the most part, I am mainly playing it for content. I mean, of course, my enjoyment is a piece of it, but I usually go into a game, and if I start to see that I enjoy it, I instantly start thinking, is there a way that I could like make a video out of this and like kind of express my enjoyment or express like why I'm interested in this video through a video? Like, for example, JJK Phantom Parade, for like the first few days and stuff like that, was kind of like that till they kind of just gutted itself with its release schedule. But that was like a thing that I was doing, was looking at ways that I could incorporate like how I feel about a game through a video. So when it comes to like games that are like overly sexualized like that, like Brown Dust 2 or Nikkei or even Love in Deep Space, which, I mean, she knows I ain't gay, so I mean, she doesn't care if I play Love in Deep Space, but she is completely okay with me playing any game that I want to make a video on. So she doesn't really care about that. She just finds it a little concerning if I was going to play the game for my own enjoyment. And like, it was just something that I was naturally interested in. That was like, oh, I'm not doing this to like make a crazy video or something on. It's just like, oh, I really am interested in this game for a few reasons that you can clearly see. But yeah, she's pretty cool when it comes to anything like that. Are you always late now? I don't know, Paper. Do you have 3 different J's? Should you keep them or limit break them? I mean, you can technically do some stuff with 3 J's, but I don't even think my J is LB7. Actually, I think he is. Yes, he is. He is LB7. LB7J is pretty nice because he does have a 4-star support, but, he doesn't need it. But yeah, she's really cool when it comes to anything like that. Like, I could tell her that I was going to go make, like, I don't even know. I'm trying to think of, like, a game. Or, like, yeah, like, what I told her one time, because I was actually legitimately thinking about it, was, like, I finally tried the Gooner game. I think that's what I was going to title the video. And it was just going to be Brown Dust 2. And I was going to go through it and play it and see if, like, the game legitimately had, like, some merit. Or if it was just the Gooner aspect of it. So, but I played it. I couldn't get into it. I couldn't. I dropped it instantly. How do I maximize BF Emperor? I want to use his equip CT buff, but his Archon buff duration is too short. Yeah, you can't really utilize both aspects of his kit. If you wanted to do that, you kind of have to, let me see real quick, because I'm misremembering right now. Yeah, so like if you wanted to do that, you would just have to rotate his true art and his super art and just kind of keep that rotation going. But just know that it's very likely your true art's gonna fall off. That's why a lot of people, when they play him, they just use his art and true art. So you always have like that 8 arts per second buff. Is it 10 arts per second for 8 seconds? Yeah, it's 10 arts per second for 8 seconds. He generates 80 arts in total. His art doesn't buff defense equip CTs? Yeah. Like I said, if I used them, unless you didn't have like Summer Lisa or some other character on the team that's buffing up equipment CT, and I wanted to use him for his super art, I would just have to be completely okay with, hey, my super art or my archgen's gonna fall off from time to time. Main team is Wargod Finn, BF Imp, / Holy Knight Roy, Emiya, and Hoka. Yeah, that's pretty standard, man. That's what freaking everyone uses. I wish I had Holy Knight Roy, because I would definitely use him a lot, but your boy did not get lucky. Also, chat, in other news, you guys know I'm a huge Sonic fan. They got motherfucking Sonic Timberlands coming out. Like, and the thing is that they're really just blue laces with the Sonic the Hedgehog on the side and the Tim logo. Like, this is, oh yeah, then they have the Sonic logo. That's it. See, here's the thing, right, chat? Here's the thing. And oh, wait. Actually, no, that's pretty standard. I was gonna say the loops, or for the holes for the laces, they're like a golden ring, more like the Sonic rings, but I think all of them are like that. I've never owned a pair of Timberlands, so I don't know. But I will say, if I got these shoes, I would take off the blue laces. I think the blue laces are kind of tacky, but and I'd replace them with like brown laces or something else. But yeah, I wouldn't use the blue laces. I would rock these though, unironically. I absolutely would rock these. What's up, Kawhi? Sonic Tims before GTA 6. I never thought it would happen, man. Red laces? I think red laces would look pretty nice. Yeah. I think that could look kind of cool. Imagine losing the laces. Yeah, for real. No, I'm not gonna play PGR for DMC. I think red would have been a nice accent color. What's up, Gold? How you doing, man? I think she's a good equipment CT buffer, or not enough. My thing with Eleanor's equipment CT is that, like, technically once you have it stacked, I think it is better than most of the other equipment CT buffers, if I remember correctly, or max stacks at least. But I would just rather use like Star God and just have like that instant, 40% equip CT or whatever it is. Because even like as a skill CT buffer, that's like what she's mainly used for. I feel like if you want your skills to just be zoom in. The only good thing on Brown Dust 2 is that on the higher end of the end game, there are certain fights that require you to actually think, which is weird considering stuff. Yeah, I saw that Brown Dust 2's dev team, was it for like their anniversary? Did they stream for like 15 hours trying to beat like the newest event that came out? Like they were struggling. Yeah, 60%. Yeah, that's what it is. It's 5%. I always get the skill CT buff and the equip CT buff mixed up. But I personally just, I don't know. I think she has a very cool, like, kind of design. She's a time wizard, which is like, you could have did so much with that, man. So much. This could have been the unit that buffed up action speed. Like, it truly could have. Or a unit that, I don't even know how you would implement it into the game, but could possibly, I guess, speed up certain actions. Like, for an example, this would be like such a complex thing to input, and it would, I don't even know how they would word it into like the kit, but if she could like skip ahead 4 seconds, but everything that would happen during those 4 seconds still happens. So you use your super art, and let's say you have like archgen buffs going, and the archgen buffs are giving you like 20 arts per second, where you skip ahead 4 seconds instantaneously whenever you use your super art. Whenever that happens, instead of getting those 20 arts just every second, you now get a total of like, what is it? 80 arts to the whole team. I don't know why I had to think about that. You know, something like that could have been crazy. Yeah, or like freezing time, you know. I think just like giving us the haste buff would have been cool too, though. Like just buffing up everybody's like speeds, making everyone faster. I think it would be game breaking, but that could be something you could do. Yeah, she takes a very long time to get going. I like the magical index crossover. I think it's great. Toma's a very good taunt tank. Railgun is crazy for monolight. And just monolight magic in general. Accelerator's a very good breaker with really good arch gen and also a very strong passive that I think a lot of people are going to be utilizing. Index herself is kind of the only unit I'm not completely sold on. It used to be Toma, but now it's more so Index. Why do you never see people using Saito Hajime? People use Saito Hajime. It's just they don't use them in like co-op and stuff because unless you have a max luck one, there's no point in using Saito Hajime in co-op. Since you would rather use a luck unit. Or someone that's doing a bit more. Because Saito Hajime doesn't really like support the team. Like you see a lot of like max luck Holy Knight Roy's running around because I mean he gives everybody on the team like 100 arcade or 200 arts whenever he uses Phantom Bullet. So he's a bit more desirable than someone like Saito Hajime. But Saito Hajime is still used. People use him all the time. I use him all the time. Yeah, I saw Sonic's collab with Battle Cats. I actually played Battle Cats like for the first time 2 months ago. And I was like, dude, this is a crazy fucking game. I could never get into this, but this is wild. He can help the team by killing the boss. That's true. But I doubt a lot of people have him max luck. So, and also too, the way how new player lobbies are, they kick you if you don't have a luck unit or the banner unit. But yeah, he's still great. He's one of the best units in the game. Also, I think this is gonna be the last room we're gonna do. Routes, if you don't mind, I'm going to open up a lobby and we're gonna do some recording real quick for Summer Rivy. I'm just gonna take her up against a few different things, and we're gonna record that. I won't be doing it live. I'm not gonna be doing commentary live. I'll just be talking to y'all. I'm just getting the gameplay. You could ask the leader who they want, they still get exactly because they don't know what they want. I mean, I may need some of you guys also to join because I don't have everybody for Mono Fire, and there may be times where I would want a Mono Fire setup. Yeah, I got you, ZF. But we'll try that too. Or here, you know what, ZF? We're going ahead and help you out because you need to do Defy Fate, right? So we'll help you out. Just put the code in the chat and we'll join and try to help. Let me buy the stuff though real quick. I don't even know who's the best breaker for this chat room. I hate doing Defy Fate. God, it's such a stupid fight. They have 18 support LBs? Oh my lord, I'm cooking. You want me to host it? Don't you have to host it? You're still far from reaching it. But in order for you to get the clear, you have to host it. Also, my music stopped. Yeah, you have to be the one to host it. No, it doesn't count. Yeah, you have to be the one to host it. You have to get to that point in the story. Because, like, for an example, if I join, let's say, like, anybody, you know, like, I haven't cleared Specially X Hyper. If I join someone doing Specially X Hyper and I clear it with them, it still won't count. Yeah, it's alright, though. Yeah, exactly, Routes, yeah. See, Routes was playing with me the whole time, and he hasn't even done it yet. So, wait, there's not a Specially X Hyper for this event? Really? I thought there was one. I was gonna get Rivi to be used here. Okay, well, did we take her to the gauntlet? I don't know if I could take her to the regular gauntlet here, because let me see. Let me look at Rivi's kit real quick. See what she's offering. The usual gauntlet of bosses and stuff I do are like Holy Knight Roy, you know, stuff like that. I don't think she's gonna be able to fight Holy Knight Roy though, is she? She doesn't really do anything. I mean, she could be a fodder character, that's the thing. Does she even have accuracy? She doesn't even have accuracy. Yikes. Damn, this unit's not that good. Kirisame against Holy Knight Roy? Doesn't taunt tanks get killed against him? But yeah, we can do the gauntlet here. I'm thinking Holy Knight Roy. He's the main one we do. We could do Uga as well. Just another boss for her to beat up. This one is the Giant Roy, right? Yeah, their promise. This is Giant Roy, isn't it? It is Giant Roy. What's 29? Velzard. Yeah, we could do Velzard. Velzard's not that hard of a fight. She'll definitely be able to do that. Let me just get my usual teeps, my usual team. Oh, this is mono, pretty much mono Earth, just without an actual Earth unit, or not entirety, all Earth units. I just wish I had Evil Eye, and then it would have been mono Earth. All right. Yeah, I will need a healer for this. I don't have Valentine's Priscilla. Could Tail Leaf Mono Fire do this? I think they could. Just need a healer. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go, I think I'm still gonna use Heart though. We'll go Heart. Because you do need defense ignore here, so she is gonna be pretty good. Now we are gonna need some type of damage mitigation, so you have Valentine's Priscilla, you got me. I don't have Summer Iris though. That's the bad part about this. Like the only one that I could use in a mono fire set would only be Sunraku, but I I'll just use Shiro. And we'll just use her as like the main damage dealer. And we'll do that. You have Summer Iris? I mean, if you guys want to, we could do a mono fire comp. I just need you guys to join. I don't care who joins, whoever wants to help out. We're doing mono fire, and we are going to be recording a showcase for Summer Rivi. So give me just a second though, chat. I'm gonna go get some food. All right, chat. I'm back. I'm back. Let's do this. Are we really gonna do mono fire against Velzor? Do we have a... Let me get a smart skirt. I think this will work. I hope at least. Let me bring back up the chat. All right. No damage res. We just need Summer Iris. Summer Iris, and then we'll need a healer of some kind. Which is Valentine's Priscilla. Because Valentine's Priscilla will have the DR and the healing. Why would we use Shizu though? Don't exactly get that. Also, I'm gonna start recording so I can get this. You guys can see how I do this. So in any of my videos, you guys always notice I have this, and I usually just stay on this for like a few seconds, and then I just hold down, and then just so I can get a shot of that. Add the unit page, and then we'll go into like the abilities, and I swipe it and do all that. But yeah, it's just a whole lot of just sitting here looking at this for a few seconds while I get some footage, and then I wait a bit longer, wait a little bit longer, and like abilities. Now we wait on the ability screen for a few seconds. This is what I do if I'm like not commentating the showcase as I'm recording, which I try to not do that anymore because I don't like doing it. Because a lot of the times I kind of don't ever get to say everything I want to say. GS does love their sunsets, they do. It's easier for me to just have it all in one file. Especially because if I screenshot everything, then I'd have to screenshot this screen right here, right? Whenever I do this, then I would have to swipe, screenshot this screen, okay? And then I'd have to wait, swipe, screenshot this screen, and then I would have to do it also for the ability screen. So that's a lot, like what, like 5 screenshots? That's a lot. Yeah. Yeah, her abilities aren't too crazy. I'm not like super fond of a lot of her stuff since it's just the freeze res. They actually got buffed in JP today. Crazy enough. She has 100% freeze res now. I think more damage to water enemies. But yeah, her abilities aren't too great. All right, what we got right now, chat? What the world? Yeah, if we do mono fire, we need Valentine's Priscilla because we need a healer. Or beta. LB7 though, I do see the LB7. I see it. Yeah, beta will work. Beta's fine. I think because the only problem is that beta won't have the DR from Summer Iris and Sunraku, which hopefully won't matter. Is the new summer banner good? Or any of the equips worth getting? Yeah, there's a lot of equips on the banner that's actually really worth it. Yeah, it should hopefully work. I hope. We'll see, but... I didn't mean to press that, but it's alright. We don't have a healer. Apart from Smart Skirt. Holy, we're cooked. I should use something else. What is this? Oh, 5% auto recovery? Not too bad. WSA from Rivi. Oh wait, does it not get stopped? Is it like Veldora's? I didn't even notice that. I don't think it did get stopped, did it? Oh yeah, yeah, you're cooked. That's what I was wondering, or was thinking was gonna happen. Yeah. Mono Fire as a whole could do this, but beta can't do it. Let's try that again. I'll put it in the chat this time too. Does damage? Oh, does Sandstone's damage rate stack with everybody? Yes, because it's an active DR and not a anything else. So yeah. I need my boy Routes in here. Yeah, Routes. Also, I'm gonna hit you up with the invite to farm party so you're always in here. Because we'll just be switching. I don't think we're gonna be failing again, hopefully. This will work. I mean, we don't have to do that because this is kind of unrealistic. Because now we won't die at all. We have no fear of dying, but... Because in solo, we won't be... You won't be able to have 5. There's 20% innate fire res, but it's alright. That's good. Alright, we're good. Now we have stupid amount of DR. Now we just step back and we let Summer Rivy do her thing. It's that simple, chat room. Actually taking negative damage from him. Do I have his physical res now? I do. What's good, Greg? Yeah, this team's nutty. I think you could really run anybody you want to here. And you probably like still beat majority of content in this game with this team. It just works so well together. We're taking 1 damage from a relatively hard fight. Yeah, he's a glitched fight too, chat. He doesn't do his nuke at the end in multiplayer. What? I did not know he's a glitched fight in multiplayer too. That's pretty good. Not bad at all. We can try what you call it? HK Roy now. Apostate Paladin. So for this one, it's not going to be mono fire because I don't think we're going to need to like counter so much stuff. So I'm just going to run what I usually run, chat. And, you know, we'll see what happens. Oh, I can't put Diablo on. I would say I usually use Diablo here to deal with the equip CTs and stuff. And Diablo usually has Seswavy Frill. And I usually use Shiro as well. But I don't know if that's what we... For this one, yeah, we could probably just go Chloe for break, Summer Rivy for damage, and then someone to be able to deal with the accuracy, more than likely, or the evasion, more than likely Diablo, because it's a defense slot, and you can use Seswavy Frill on it. And then, like, Shiro Emiya. I will say this, though, is that be careful. If you pick the Shiro, actually, if you guys have Chloe, I probably should go Shiro because I will have host advantage like we're playing fucking COD. Because I'm gonna have to spam Force Keratos as soon as it starts. So there's that. Since he insta freezes you. Smart skirt. What the heck? That is not what I spelled. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, this will work. No one else wants to join. Yeah, this Holy Knight Roy has evasion. You have to break him, and he has evasion. Loving Snow Princess? I don't think I have that one. Is that like the really good defense item? I usually just use this one that I have, or the Shiro Emiya's true weapon on him. Because of the 100 Arc Age. It just helps him out a bit. I think we'll be fine. If we die, we die. Skill issue, honestly. Okay. I think we're okay. Yeah, we good, we good. Time to spam Keratos. Please don't lag on me. Please don't lag, don't lag, don't lag, don't lag, don't lag. Okay, woo. I told you, I'm fastest hand in the West, ladies and gentlemen. Fastest hand in the West. I just now realized this might be a little bit this might be a little bit scuffed because Diablo is all the way on the end, so the only one really supplying the team with Arcage will be Chloe. Hopefully it won't be too bad. Is Chloe close? Okay, she got hit. She hit him. All right, I just want to make sure that that true weapon actually hit. Yeah, see, there's the evasion. And we got frozen. It's fine. I cleansed. I'm going to use this again. Wow, I actually went through his threshold. Okay. Must just be a little bit of the lag from multiplayer. So if I didn't choose between Fern or Farron, which one? So if I have to choose, I would say Farron would be better. Just because she is a support unit. Especially if you're into mono light, Farron is hands down the better choice. No. There we go. Oh, come on, Chloe. Just break. Please, just break. You're so close. Wait, wait. When she gets close, I think she gets it. Bam. There we go. Pop this, pop this. 200 Arcage. Yes, sir. All the way. I pray we live. I pray we live. We live. We live these. Okay, we good. No cap. No cap. I may help you on this. I may have to use my super art. Oh no, no, we good. We good. We good. I think you're dealing enough damage. Yeah, you're definitely dealing enough, right? Okay, I'm using my super art. You folded. There we go. Easy clears, man. Easy clears. All the SP arts I have? Holy Knight Roy, even though I don't own him. I have a lot of the crossover SP arts. I will say that too. Like a lot of them. FM Haruto, which is probably my favorite. And Luana's, which is kind of crazy. I never expected to have that one, but I do. We can do Dark Light Dragon just because it's gonna be like such a simple fight, but why not? I'll use Star God. Do I have a set save for her for this specific situation? I don't think I do. Near Greed or Mixie's True Weapon? I think Mixie's True Weapon is a bit better. That is called Sands, right? Yeah. And then we need the Earth Relic. Do I not have a max LB Ein's World? I don't. I'm washed, truly. Yeah, this is the poison one, yeah. So we need Kirisame, preferably. Well, you could do it with like damage mitigation, but I've never done it, so I'm not for sure how you do it with that. I've always just done it with Kirisame. I usually do like Kirisame, Star God, BF Emperor is really good in this. The main one though is just pretty much Kiri and Star God because the equip CT is pretty necessary. You can also run like a damage mitigation character if you wanted to. So technically, if we wanted to still go like mono fire, I think we could. I don't think you really need Star God. You could just run Kirisame instead of like. Yeah, I could just run Kiri instead of Star God. First time ever there are 2 Type G Archers. Oh yes, Star God is Type G, isn't she? I forgot she do be Archgenin. Dang, it's crazy. I've never seen a 300 luck Star God out. No, I don't have no non-special. I refuse to get that one. Gun to my head, I have to buy no non-special art or live. Hey man, pull the trigger. Yeah, we could run mono fire technically. Well, actually, do we want one more defense item for Kiri? I don't know if Kirisame can survive just with only one. Not for sure. Oh yeah, you have an LB7. I didn't even notice. We technically do have Archgen here. Yeah, we'll go with this. I think this will be fine. This should be good because we still have the DR from Valentine's Priscilla as well. So yeah, I think we're fine. The only thing I'm gonna be worried about is like Kirisame getting into his super art pretty consistently. That would be it. But I think we're good. 20% water res too. Yeah, we're fine, man. Fine. Evil Pola makes this easy. Yeah, I think I did use Evil Pola against this fight. All right, technically we could do this, can't we? Yeah, we get the poison now. I could have waited a bit longer for you to get your stuff, but I think it's fine. That should take it. I don't think he's gonna lose the poison, right? He lost the poison right then. Okay, bro. This guy's trolling, man. There we go. Corrosive Rain. Always with the big damage on that one, but that's actually not the attack you gotta watch out for. It's just his, yeah, that one. Is this his big chomp or is this his beam? This is his beam. Alright, hold on just a second, route. Let me, oh crap. I don't think I'll be able to get a poison off in time. What is, oh, you're sure, wait, your true art's the one that defense ignores? That was your super art. Okay, we're fine. I'm gonna pop it here because I think this will have a chance of a pretty child chance of poisoning. Yeah, there we go. There we go. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're fine. We're fine, chat. We're fine. The arch on this team is insane. I forgot that Summerivia also arch gens for fire allies, but I don't think it's really getting too much use here since Star God's also doing it. We don't have a, yeah, we don't have a magic damage dealer on here apart from me, so there's no point in me using that. She just went through his DR because usually that gets negated, or she doesn't deal, or people don't usually deal damage whenever there's not a poison, so that's kind of crazy. Can you beat this without Kirisama? Yeah, you can do it with like Shiro and stuff and like damage mitigation characters. It's just Kirisame deals with this, all the DR pretty reasonably. He still does take quite a beating though, as you see. Like, for an example, right here at this threshold that we're about to be at, he's gonna get like tons of DRs on him. So gotta be a bit careful, bit careful. But we have Horasame again too, so I don't think it's gonna be that bad. We have a poison as well. Hopefully we'll be okay. Oh yeah, he's about to get back into super art too. We should be fine. Oh, he's gonna feint me. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're gaming. We're gaming. We're gaming. Yeah, we're fine. Can I possibly get another poison? We got another poison. Oh, he's fainting. He's fainting. We're gaming. We're gaming. We're gaming. We're losing. We're losing. We're losing. I repeat, we're losing. Never mind. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Please some of this poisons. But watch it poison, and he's gonna go invincible. It didn't even poison. It doesn't even matter. Oh my god. This is quite possibly the worst thing that happens at the end of Uga fights. And of course, he fainted Valentine's Priscilla again. Well, the good news about this is that we're not cooked yet, but we're getting there. We're getting to the point to where we are a little cooked. I just need a poison, which I'm going to do in just a second here. Like right now. Big poison. We love the poisons. He's fainted though. He's invincible. Oh my goodness. This game sometimes, man. This game. There we go. What a goofy ending. All right, that should be enough. Thanks, Routes, and everybody else who helped out. Even with no poison equip, yeah, because you have like the crazy DR down from BF Emperor, and that can also be like a way to get through the poison mechanic. Because if you're able to like reduce physical res or like DR by enough, Uga just he doesn't even matter. Uga kind of folds. Quick thoughts on her? I think she does fucking nothing for the team. She's just kind of there, man. I mean, the defense ignore is nice, and the art gauge, but like, she really doesn't do anything. Don't bully Emmy, dude. I haven't done an Emmy in a showcase in a minute. But yeah, I feel like she doesn't do anything. I think the main thing going for her, at least team-wise, is just that arch gen on the skill. Because you get... How much arts is that? 3 seconds, you increase all allies' arts by 8 per second. So, 8, 16, 24, right? So, there's that. Which, that's pretty good. That's on a 12-second cooldown, too, so... Pretty solid. But... when it comes to the rest of the stuff in the kit, it's just I think the thing is the super art was like AoE, where it gave the entire team the damage buff, not just herself. That could be pretty good. The fire res down is also nice for mono fire teams, but that's pretty much it. There's nothing else she's really doing. Unfortunately, I think our goat Rivi is a little washed, just a little bit. But chat, I think that was a very successful stream today. So, I think we're going to end it there. We've been streaming for about 2 hours at this point, and I think my mixer is close to dying on me. Yeah, it has 11 minutes left. So, thanks so much for hanging out, though, chat. Thanks so much for helping me out with the recording and stuff. This video will actually be out tomorrow for the showcase, so stay tuned. What the fuck am I saying? Stay tuned to the channel if you're interested in that. At the end of this week, we do have some other videos coming out. Like Friday, we'll be having the Q&A. Good lord, Q&A. And then Saturday, do we have a video for Saturday yet? Let me see. This week content schedule. I don't actually have a video planned for Saturday yet, so there probably will be one by then. If not, then just know I'm gaming on Love and Deep Space for the inevitable Love and Deep Space video, which I have not started the game yet, but a straight man will soon be playing Love and Deep Space and trying it out, and that video should be out probably by next week or the week after next. I'm going to be playing it for a bit, just going to give him my... It's going to be kind of a Donkey style video. If you ever seen how Donkey's videos are with his reviews, I think it's going to be something like that. It's going to be a lot of my raw reactions to a lot of the events that happens in the game. So we'll have to see. But either way, that's going to be it, man. Thank you all so much for hanging out. If you enjoyed the stream, please like it before you leave. If you donated during the stream, I don't know if we got any donations. I don't think we did. Yeah, we didn't. All right, but plenty of subscriptions, though. Thank you all for all the subs and everything. Love you all for that. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, man. Thank you all so much. And last but not least, don't forget to drink water.